Greetings YouTube, welcome to 0AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Cogan, and if you're wondering what's going on, we've started this week's game paused because there's a bit of a preamble. There is not one but two games going live today. I regularly release games on a Sunday. Normally it's a big team game on a Sunday, and there will be one of those a little bit later. So if you're watching this early Sunday morning wondering why I'm doing a 1v1, that's the reason. There will be a team game later, but this game can be considered a bit of bonus content. We have a 1v1 game on a small mainland map in the desert biome between two interesting competitors. We have Wickham and Alistair. Now, both, amongst many other things, are quite prominent 0AD YouTubers, fellow YouTubers like myself, both better players than me as well, and they have decided to have a game against each other. They will be uploading their interpretations and perceptions of the game from their perspective individually on their own channels simultaneously, while this game has been uploaded with me commentating on it in my sort of typical overlord kind of view. So you'll get three unique perspectives on this match and how it's been, and what the result is, and we'll see who interprets it the best. But for now, this is me covering the 1v1 as I normally would, and it looks like it's going to be a good game. So we'll quickly unpause this and we'll start it properly then. Here we go. So 1v1 0AD Battle of the YouTubers. Let's see what we've got. In the north of the map, in the blue, it's Wickham, aka Tom0AD. Good friend of the channel, good YouTuber, probably the biggest YouTube channel covering 0AD on YouTube, besides the official developers channel, which I don't think has had a video released on it since about 2018. But there you go, Tom0AD playing as Wickham in the blue as the Britons, rated 1515, so pretty tidy player. I've seen him play a few times. He's not bad at all. You've probably seen him play on his channel. Doesn't lose many, I don't think, so we'll see. And Britain's very aggressive civ. Let's have a look at Alistair Findlay, and Australian YouTuber, he of the very spectacular mullet, it has to be said, playing as the Athenians, rated 1465, I think. We got the attack dog. The attack dog of Tom0AD has gone straight in on the women of Alistair here. So even while we're talking a bit of aggression, that's you got to say it's a bit of a dirty trick, Tom, but that's what the attack dog is for. So 2 kills registered for Tom straight away before we've even spoken about the game. Alistair Findlay in the yellow, rated 1465, giving away slight rating disadvantage to Tom, and now giving away a 2 population advantage due to the murderous attack dog. And I think Alistair is not having any of that. I think he's sending some calves straight back in. We'll have a quick look at the starts that they've done. Alistair has gone women on the farming and has got the berry upgrade. He's got 3 cav which are now marauding towards Tom0AD's base. Tom has got 7 female citizens up here, but some infantry. I think he's going, is he going after these? Sees the infantry, doesn't think. Tom seems to have been caught cold. I think he's going to avenge those 2 victims. There's one, there's another, and no further kills. So 2 apiece. So what Tom achieved with 1 attack dog, Alistair has achieved with 3 cavalry. Nobody's lost anything. Let's have a look at Tom's approach. Also gone for the farming, now getting the berry upgrade, has gone straight onto stone, so we are going to see a lot of slingers. And the horses come back in. They're going to get some more victims here, surely. Yes. Alistair's up to 4 kills, but lost a horse, so there we go. And I think that could be the end of Alistair's little incursion there. Oh no, he's going in for... Oh, I thought they were going to try and take out Tom's lone cavalry unit there. They're going to try and steal his food. And Tom is not having any of that. It's got another 2 cav units out, ready to do battle if that goes on. So a pretty antagonistic start by both players. I don't know where Tom's attack dog has ended up. Is he likely to go back in? It's a very aggressive start. Alistair has ended up with extra berries here, so on the one hand he will have some extra food, but he will also have some vulnerable areas in case Tom decides to go in for the kill with the horses. Now we're going to have another confrontation here. They're both arguing over the same food, and Tom's not having any of this, but I think he's going to lose one of these cavalry he has. Alistair's playing a pretty... It's guerrilla fighting, isn't it? It's are they going to avenge that now? So the kill count, it's 5. 5 for Alistair, 3 for Tom. These small incursions, they're looking for just a small advantage, just to give themselves the smallest of advantages. Let's have a look at the populations. Funnily enough, Tom is opening up a lead. He's got a population of 34. He's got 12 infantry, 2 cav. Alistair, population of 28. 9 infantry, 3 cav. And those 3 cav have been causing... They're still causing Tom problems. They're trying to steal that food in the middle. Alistair's pulled it back a little bit. He's up to a population of 30. So an ill-tempered start, lots of ill-tempered little exchanges. Alistair just marauded, just trying to stop development on the edge here. There is a fig tree that Alistair is denying. Is denying Tom to build this farmstead here to try and get to it. We aren't seeing any watchtowers or anything, or sentry towers that might keep Alistair away. Alistair's not giving up on this. He's got his 2 cav units here, and they are looking for soft targets. And I don't think they've got many, but there's a lot of slingers here. Slingers are a deadly weapon for the Britons, and I think this is ill-judged from Alistair, sending his cav in, and they are being sort of summarily executed. 3 of them now waiting for the cav to come back. I think this is a trap. No, they're not going to wait for them. They're going to carry on with the development. It's closed right up. It's 39 for Tom and playing as Wickham, and 37 for Alistair. But no other incursions, and it looks like Alistair now is going to hunt in safer pastures. So, interesting. Looking at the balance of the map, Tom has got herd of camel over here. I don't know if he's seen that. He hasn't. He's aware of the big herd of camel just in front to the south of his base. Alistair obviously blessed with quite a lot of a natural food going on there, and just getting through the last of these berries. Food-wise, Alistair definitely has a bit of an advantage. Nobody looking like they're going to phase up at any point. Populations are still pretty low. Alistair has moved into the lead. He has now got 45, plays 44. But Tom definitely has the advantage in terms of infantry and cavalry. So is Tom going to start raiding himself later on and try and re-establish that population advantage? It's now swung the other way. It's 47 plays 45. So Tom0AD playing as Wickham. Interesting. I think this is going to be tactical. The Wickham has raised 6 cav, and they are now hunting, but they are ready to be mobilised. Has Alistair put any defences in play? Has he got lots of soft targets here? He has. There's a whole batch of 11 female citizens there. There's another couple there with a small amount of infantry, and there's only 4 there with a matching amount of infantry. So if Wickham comes in from the side, it could be a bit of a slaughter. We're seeing more coming out now. This could be a misjudgment. There are sort of infantry in the vicinity, but a raid now on this area here, this would not be good for Alistair. Alistair has progressed into farming. He is now producing a lot of cavalry of his own, so it's gonna be interesting. We have, it's quite a lot there. I got slingers coming out as well, so 4 additional cavalry skirmishes and Athenian slinger militia. No sign of looking to phase up. I would expect around the 100 mark, unless there is some dramatic change of events. Tom, in the meantime, he has the barracks down. The barracks is producing slingers. It's the Britons, you're going to get slingers. He's still producing female citizens. He's a little bit behind in terms of farming, but he has plentiful supplies of hunt here. I still don't know if he's seen the hunt on this side. He hasn't really scouted the flanks. Let's have a look at how Alistair has done. Alistair's seen a much larger amount of the map, and we have another raid coming in from Alistair, and lots of female citizens in there, but lots of slingers too. And now these little battles are being won by Tom0AD playing as Wickham. So Alistair sent a small number of horses in and victim straight away. 7 kills, placed 6. There's still nothing in it in that sense. Tom has opened up a 10 population lead though, but has actually managed to pop cap himself briefly, very briefly. No, still pop capped. He must have a huge number of something coming out. There's 6 slingers coming out there, 5 women now coming out, and he is still, we still see the flashing number. He is still pop capped as Alistair tries to work around the flanks. So Tom's got berries over here as well. He's been absolutely blessed with food, but these guys are, there's only 3 of them. They're going to come in on the fields, I think, so we could see some victimization here. There are slingers nearby, 8 of them doing the mining. Tom hasn't really reacted. He hasn't got the ladies into the CC yet. He has now, but no victims there, so that was not effective. And I don't think Alistair, for the numbers of horses he's got anyone else to attack, to be perfectly honest. He's trying to steal this food here that Tom's still not aware of. He will be aware of them pretty soon, but it surely is only a matter of time until Wickham comes down and attempts to raid. I think I don't know if this is still a weakness for Alistair. It is 17 female citizens. This is a gaping hole in his defences. That could turn the match. But Tom has phased up. Population of 87 on 10 minutes. I have 42 seconds. He has reached phase 2. I think he is going for numbers, and I think he's housed again. Look at this. So Tom seems to be having a bit of trouble balancing his population. He is ahead, he's 10 ahead. It's 87, plays 77, but constantly getting himself pop capped. And where are the houses coming? The houses still not coming. Now, I think a building has gone up and freed up the capacity. But in his eagerness to get ahead, Tom keeps somewhat sort of disadvantaging himself. Alistair has given up on the hunt over this side. He is still very active, and he has got... he's hunting over here now. Playing a dangerous game, Alistair. I don't know if this is going to work for him. The gap now is opened. 96 for Wickham, plays 81 for Alistair. Which 0AD YouTuber is going to come out on top? At the moment, I would have to fancy Wickham playing as the Britons. I like playing as the Britons. Probably a bit of a cop-out answer because they're supposed to be so overpowered, especially in the early stages of a game. But I just find them, they're like a nice, easy civ to play as. You can't go too far wrong. A little bit weak in the late game if you come up against a really strong late game civ. But overall, they are incredibly well balanced. Lack of siege, other than battering rams. Oh, is Tom going to do anything about this horse? So the raid is coming in. Alistair may or may not have seen this. It is 6 raiding cavalry of Wickham, and not so many targets here. Now the 17 women have dispersed. There are still 7 of them and 1 infantryman here. There are a couple dotted around here. The majority of them have gone back to farming, so I think this raid could, essentially, when it comes, this could be on the fields. A lot of Alistair's caravan, they're spread thinly. There's only 4 of them. They're not going to be able to respond quickly. Alistair has now started mining, so he has got 8 slingers on the mines. But Tom, content just to bide his time, waiting for his moment. I don't know if the attack dog will feature. We haven't seen the attack dog since its initial foray. Will Tom go for something clever like a distraction, or is he just focusing on his phase 2 at the moment? We'll keep an eye on the blue dot on the map that signifies Tom's cavalry. See if he makes a move. Population-wise, 116 for Wickham, plays 96. Alistair has also phased up to phase 2. So how far are we from phase 3? So Tom has got a tower down, but not much else. No sign of a temple, barrack, fortress, not fortress. No sign of a temple, a blacksmith, or a market yet. Market, usually the first thing Tom tends to go for. So no sign of that. Alistair has definitely got a market and is using it at this moment. Is he buying himself an advantage here? So market's gone down. Temple has gone down. Blacksmith is absolutely going down. No sign of any towers or anything. And in comes Wickham. It's a raid on 7 female citizens, only 1 militia slinger, and they're victims now. So the kill count goes up. The raid is on. I could see him getting 2 or 3 here as we get... the miners have been called off and they're coming in. No, ooh, I think they may just claim another cavalryman and they're running away now. So good raid for Tom there. So Wickham's got 12 kills. He's totally disrupted all of this work here for Alistair, and a minor distraction, but a good distraction. The gap is now 144 for Wickham, plays 113 for Alistair. Looks like Alistair is going to get to phase 3 first. I wouldn't be surprised, although no sign of that 4th building. Oh no, still 2 entities. Wait, oh, that's now 1. So the blacksmith has gone down, the temple's gone down, and the market is there. Alistair has already got 1 barracks here, hasn't got any additional. What has Tom got? He's got 2 towers and a market. So Tom just needs 1 more, and the blacksmith is going down. So I think Tom has reversed it. Alistair very, very slow to get his final phase 2 building down. Still no sign of it. So I think Tom is going to overtake him again. If he gets to phase 3 first, with this population lead, it's 151 plays 113, you would have to say the advantage is very much with Tom. Looking at the infantry as well, 94 plays 54. That is a humongous infantry advantage, and they are all going to be, they're all practically the slingers and skirmishers. Tom is raiding the market. Is he on the move to phase? He is. He's got 6 Celtic spearmen coming out, and then a move to phase 3 straight after. Alistair has not got anywhere near. He needs another building, so he would need a tower somewhere. He's got 5 Athenian hoplites coming out, and he still needs 694 metal, and he is not mining metal. So I don't truly understand. He's not mining metal at all. Curious approach. So I don't want to. We have an attack. Is this an attack or an expansion? It's an expansion, so it's a CC going down right on the edge of Alistair's borders. There are 40 slingers, 7 skirmishers, and Tom is he's halfway to phase 3. You would expect to see possibly a bit of a raid by the slingers. Alistair's not even made it to phase 3. The tower's going up now. Does Alistair know about this? He may just be aware that this is happening. He may have seen the edge of it. That might have prompted him to get a move on. But this is going up. It's up. Tom is just shy of phase 3. Tower's going up now to shrink Alistair's territory. And there is phase 3 for Tom. Has Alistair immediately sent it to phase 3? He can. He hasn't though. Now he has. But we're going to see tower going up, and presumably we might see either a very vicious slinger raid, or we might see a fortress going down somewhere, maybe at the back. So he could reinforce this. If he could put a fortress down now. Can't quite afford a fortress at the moment. Needs 600 stone. What's this? This is a force by Alistair who've come the long way round. They're trying to sort of attack them from behind in the shadow of this temple. But at the moment, kill count is hugely in Tom's favour. Has Tom strengthened his troops? He's got first ranged infantry upgrades. He's got more troops coming. The lead is growing. It's 195, almost at population max, plays 114. On the balance of this, Tom could win it with slingers. He could quite possibly win this without having to employ siege. The kill count is huge. It is now... It's 53 kills for Wickham, so Tom0AD plays 42. Oh, Alistair getting a bit of joy now, but a bloodthirsty ranged infantry battle taking place right on the edge of Alistair's borders, and both are now at phase 3. Alistair is in a position to make he's not in a position to make a fortress either. This is a temple going up for Tom. Maybe could have put the temple up before he did his little raid. But 175 population for Wickham versus 108. And Alistair fighting in the shadow of a tower, trying to deny this but failing. And I don't know what Alistair can do to turn this around. He's got a large amount of territory here, almost completely empty. All of his infantry, citizens and everything are engaged in this not very successful combat. Kills, it's 95 plus 52. Alistair's down to a population of 85. I think he's finished. I think there is no way Tom should lose from this position. It would require some kind of tactical masterstroke from Alistair, and I don't think he's got the means to do it. There's no fortress. There's only the one barracks producing. I know he's got a second barracks over here, but not in a position to produce much. He's producing some more hoplites here. He's feeding troops into this melee in the middle, but it's not looking good for him. Tom is killing at nearly 2-1. He's got over 100 kills. Alistair has killed half that. He's got less than half the remaining population. Still no sign of a fortress from Tom. Still not in a position to build. I still need 700 stone, so he's churned out lots of additional troops at the expense of a fortress. This looks like it's going to be, unless they fight each other to some kind of a stalemate, maybe Alistair can hold him off, but smaller number of slingers committed. Neither are going in for a big battle. They're not going in. It's going to be skirmishes, but at the moment this suits Tom, I think. What is Alistair doing? He is going off into the desert with 20, it's over 30 troops. And this is surprising because this leaves the base wide open for Tom to wander in and kill these guys. Is he trying to flank him? Is this a suicide maneuver? I'm not sure. I can't see what this is going to achieve. Tom knows he's there and he's got plenty of troops in. this looks like a suicide maneuver all the time. Tom is probably going to be brave enough to come down and start capturing these buildings. Alistair wanders into this crossfire, and this surely is going to go badly. It's a pretty even fight here in terms of numbers. We've got, still the slingers, but yeah, the slingers are cutting through Alistair's forces. They're just not getting anywhere near. There are no towers. In the meantime, Tom has got a foothold down here. He's now trying to destroy the temple whilst taking fire from a few slingers down here. I don't understand what Alistair was going for there. I think it was a glory charge, but it's ended up on a sort of Battle of the Somme type disaster for Alistair. He's down to a population of 64 now. It dropped below 60, but then he spammed out a few more troops, but now it's dropping again. All the time Tom is resupplying. He's captured that temple, he's captured this blacksmith. He's about to capture a barracks here. This looks incredibly dodgy for Alistair. Alistair's advanced army have been wiped out in their entirety, and the writing is very much on the wall. I think he's going to try, and I think he is going to win this without siege. Alistair not in a position to make too many troops. Nothing coming out of his barracks or CC, and they are now literally at his CC. They are able to attack at will. Is Tom gonna go for the crushing defeat and get the siege up now? He could trade food for stone and then get a couple of rams out, and this base would be destroyed. There'd be nothing that Alistair could do. I think Alistair is going to lose his own garrison tower if enough of Tom's troops go over there. As it is, they're probably just slow killing some slingers over there. But Alistair has got nothing to work with here at all. He is in massive trouble. And all of Alistair's female citizens have been called into the CC as the slingers bear down on the base. They've got a couple of priests there, so they're not taking too much flak from anywhere. Is this the fortress? This is the fortress. And Alistair, quite predictably, has resigned at that point. So, yeah, you would have to say that looked a bit one-sided. I think we have to give Alistair his dues. He's in Australia, Tom's in the UK, and it was 6 in the morning local time for Alistair. I certainly probably wouldn't have been able to play any better at that time in the morning, but it became a pretty comprehensive victory. Let's have a look at the tail of it. In terms of total units raised, 274 for Tom, 208 for Alistair. Could have been, doesn't tell a whole tale. It's the deaths, basically. It's the amount of troops that Tom was able to kill, and the way he was able to outproduce Alistair. Round about the 10-minute mark, Tom put his foot down and began producing at a much greater rate. Alistair fairly consistent, but the rates that they were losing stuff, yeah, round about this mark here, just about 18 minutes or so. Alistair started losing. This is a very comprehensive defeat here. Up to that point, minor skirmishes, Alistair was coming off slightly worse. This one really crippled him and allowed Tom to press on. And the writing was on the wall from that point on. I think as soon as Tom got a 50 population lead, you would have to say that was probably the end of it. Kill-death ratio 1.93, maintained by Tom, so almost killing at 2-1. Alistair only 0.51. But exciting game. So based on that, the Battle of the YouTubers on this small deserty mainland map, that one very convincingly went to Wickham, aka Tom0AD. Congratulations to both players. Thanks for taking part. It will be very interesting to see how each player perceive that game from their own perspective, do check out their respective videos as well. But if you're watching this waiting for a team game, stay tuned. Later today there will be one on my channel, so check that out as well. But that's the end for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to be notified of future episodes. If you'd like one of your matches featured on the show, see the video description of how you can submit your replays. And if you can't wait for the next episode, then why not check out these playlists in the end titles for more replays, commentary, and tutorials on 0AD Newbie Rush. I'll see you in the next video.